Hello guys and welcome to Stevie C TV. This is Game Week 31 Premier League preview. We have got games such as Newcastle versus Everton and Chelsea versus Manchester United. Like two teams not in amazing form at all. I think this game is the biggest game of the weekend. So let's see what happens with that one. I will let you know my predictions. But before we do, can you please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please share it out so other people can see the predictions as well. And let's get this channel boosted up a little bit further. We're subscribing at about 1,275 subscribers now. And I think we can try and get to 1,300. Right, first game. Newcastle versus Everton. I think Everton, poor form, poor run of results. Looking at that relegation area right now. And they won't want to be sitting there by the end of the season. So with 8 games to go, can Everton turn it around? I don't think they can. I think Newcastle have enough in this. And I'm actually going to go with a 2-0 win for Newcastle. The next game is Forest versus Fulham. And I think this game is going to be quite closely competitive. Because Fulham hit and miss with some results. Forest, again, getting draws here and there. Crucial points to their end of season, really. I still think they're going to go down, especially with the 4 points taken off them for the financial regulations. But I do think it's going to be a close game, and I'm going to go Fulham 1-0 here. And I just think Fulham just have a little bit more quality than Forest do. Forest can hit you on the counter, but being at home, I don't think they'll want to play the counter game, and I do think they'll be exposed at the back. And that's where I think Fulham will go and get the goal. Next, we've got Bournemouth versus Palace. I believe Palace have got a better defence of the two teams, but I think Bournemouth have the better attacking side. Semenya, Solanke, both getting on score sheets quite often, as well as Eze and Elise, both playing for Palace. Elise doesn't look like he's going to have many games there. Can he finish off the season strong for Crystal Palace? Only this game will start to tell if he will or not. And I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw in this game. I think they're both very equal sides, and I think it's going to be a draw. Next game, guys, is Burnley versus Wolves at Turf Moor. I feel like Burnley will be carrying confidence from their draw with Chelsea. 10 men they had, and they still managed to get a draw against Chelsea, which just shows you what Chelsea's season's been like. But to get that point, that'll be a big crucial point, and hopefully it'll give Burnley a bit of confidence towards the end of the season, make this relegation battle a bit more lively. But I don't think they've got enough to deal with Wolves. I think Wolves have got the better team, the better quality there. Obviously, they lost to Villa last, but I think they've still got enough to beat Burnley here. And I do think they're performing better than Chelsea. So I'm going to go with Wolves 3-0 here. Next game is West Ham versus Spurs. I'm anticipating a high-scoring game in this one. I'm going to go Spurs 3-2. I think both teams have good attacking players, but defensively, Spurs have the better defence. And I think West Ham's defence will be manipulated and taken advantage of in certain parts of the game. And I just think Spurs will be a lot stronger than West Ham, even though they've got players like Kudus who are on form, and players like can grab late winners like Souček. But I still think Spurs have got this game. It's a London derby. I'm going Spurs 3-2. Arsenal versus Luton next. Obviously, we've just had the Arsenal-Manchester City game, and that was a bit of a bore draw. Nothing really happened. Arsenal sat back for the full 90 minutes. Didn't really look like they were going for the win, to be honest. Looked like more of settling for that point and didn't want to make the mistakes. As for Luton, obviously Luton really needs to keep points just to try and stay out of that relegation zone. And I think they will manage it by the end of the season. But a game like Arsenal, I just think Arsenal are just way too good for for Luton here, and I'm going to go Arsenal 2-0. Next, we've got Brentford versus Brighton. Brentford give United a game. They give United a game. United were in that game at all, but 31 shots they put against Onana, and not only 1 goal went in. So they need to take the chances. If they take the chances, they can beat Brighton in this game. But again, Brighton, they've been getting some good results out of nothing really, and they play some good football. It's just defensively they still make mistakes. I've mentioned it in every game week preview that their defence is not the best. I still think it's only 1 clean sheet for the season. It may be 2, but I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw in this game. I think both teams have quality. I just think they'll equal each other out, and it'll be a draw in this. Next game is Manchester City versus Villa. I think with Manchester City, obviously they didn't get the result against Arsenal. They should have done. They pushed and pushed. They had 70% possession against Arsenal. But teams like Villa, they'll be coming to take the 3 points at the Etihad. They won't be trying to sit back and get that result by just sitting there and waiting for the ball to come for a counter. They will counter. I do think they will have a counter attack. I just don't think they're going to sit there and wait for it like Arsenal did. I think they will try and push it a little bit more. And I actually think Villa will give City more of a game than Arsenal did. And I'm going to go City 2-1 in this game. Eventually, they'll break down Villa's defence, Manchester City. I think Alvarez might get on the score sheet. He needs a chance. Haaland did not look good in that Arsenal game. And he needs a bit of confidence. And I think Alvarez comes off that bench and he'll go and score a goal. And it could be the winning goal in this one. I'm going to say 2-1. Liverpool versus Sheffield United next. Again, 2 teams, both ends of the table. Liverpool sat comfortable now in first place with a couple of points lead. Obviously, anything could change in the next 8 games, but it is Liverpool's to lose now. And Liverpool against Sheffield United, I can only see one winner here. I'm going to go Liverpool, and I'm going to go 3-0 win against Sheffield United. Sheffield United, I can't see scoring a goal, but they have been getting more and more chances and more goals in recent games. I just think a game like Liverpool, I think far too much quality, and Liverpool really want to start try and run away with the league, and they need to get these points, especially these 3 points against Sheffield. The last game now, it is Chelsea versus Manchester United, 8:15 on Thursday, and again, like I've already said, this is a big game. It's still a top 6 game. It might not feel as big as it used to be due to the fact that both teams aren't in the positions they want to be. I think Chelsea is still 10th, 11th in the table. And as for United, the 6th with 8 points away from 5th. It doesn't look good for either team. And this will be a game where try and be a one-upsmanship on each other. And I think United have enough quality about them. I just think they need to play a lot better. We cannot sit back against Chelsea because they will break us down and they'll find the gaps and they will score against us. But if United decide to go on attack, then United are actually a really good side when they actually do decide to attack. And attacking Chelsea would be the best thing they could do, rather than sitting back and waiting for the ball to come to them. A lot of players need a better performance than they did against Brentford. And same with Chelsea. Chelsea need a better performance than they did against Burnley. I'm going to go with a Manchester United 2-1 win here. I think they're just the better team out of the two. But again, it could go any way. But I'm still going with that 2-1 win. I'm confident that United can get through this. And we could try and push for that top 5. I don't think it's possible. But if any of the other 2 teams drop Villa against City and Spurs, then if any of those drop points, then there's a chance that we can still try and fight for it. Everybody's got to play Arsenal and Liverpool yet out of the 3 teams. So let's see what happens. Can the 3 teams help Manchester City go on and win the league? I think they will. But again, like I said, Liverpool and Arsenal are up there. That has been the video, guys, with all my predictions. There'll be another one ready later on this week for the weekend. But thank you for watching the video. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. I've been Stevie C, and I'll see you on the next one.